A multimedia interdisciplinary work drawing upon artists' collaborative perception of playing with multidimensionality, that's blur. No time traveling allowed, however the creation of their own reality is permitted. Artists wonder, will virtual reality still exist in a time where our reality has long been virtual? Jorge Ramos is responsible for the music, Hannah Kim for the visuals, and Julien Gaillac for the movement. Julien cannot be with us today. We are very sorry for that, Julien, because we really want you to be here with us. But that's Jorge. Olá, Jorge. Jorge is from Braga, so I'll speak a bit in Portuguese. Olá, Jorge, espero que estejas bem.
Hello, olá.
Anna. So I will just, okay, before you start, George, I will go, you already heard it, so you already knew what I'm going to ask, but you were 3 different disciplines, different time zones, especially for Anakim, but, well, it was, I suppose it creates a challenge for getting up to a concept, an idea that you 3 agreed on, because you are all artists and have their own way of seeing the world and techniques, of course, and then turning the idea, the concept in a project. So how is it? Do you want to start, George, or like...
No, maybe Anna can go first.
Oh, sure. How was it? It was fantastic. It was really a pleasure. I think the whole project was very interesting from the beginning. The meeting of, like you mentioned, Joanna, the meeting of 3 different artists of 3 different disciplines coming together digitally through these little boxes, and then hanging out and then creating work within 3 months' time is definitely a challenge, I think. But what was very, I think, exciting from the beginning was the fact that each one of us were very dedicated and ambitious in our own fields, and so we were able to kind of inspire and kind of instigate each other in the process. So I think that was the most exciting aspect of it. Of course, we are going through very extraordinary circumstances globally, and perhaps it's human nature to like rise to the challenge. And I think, I think we were able to kind of do that. We were able to rise to the challenge of this project.
Well, I can vouch for that because I was one of the representatives of the cities that accompanied the project. So it's true, it's totally true. George?
I think it was an amazing collaboration. And just to go a little bit further from what Anna said, on top of our time differences, we all had our different agendas. For example, me and Anna are doing a PhD, so it's very hard to combine all these different artistic and educational agendas, let's call it like that. And also it was a really inspiring adventure to get to know other ways of thinking. I remember that we had many conversations with Anna, for example, in relation to the difference in mentality in terms of spiritualism between Europe and Asia, and how we should reflect that in our virtual scenario and combine with the speech of Marcel Duchamp and then my music. So it's kind of a philosophical globalization of art and aesthetics, and I think that from our meetings and from our discussions, friendly discussions, we finally got to Blur, and we thought that this project represents very well the idea of Blur in our world nowadays. So everything is rooted on globalization, and nothing is really traditional or unique to a certain place anymore. So
that's why you call it blurred. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So,
I guess one thing that I want to mention, and if Julien were here, he would be able to explain this aspect of the project, I think better. But because there was like a performance aspect to the piece, from the beginning, we were very interested in the kind of dimensional presentation of the work. So of course, in this iteration, it's being shown as a single channel video through the website, but we were thinking about the video piece as kind of a trailer for possible other expansions of the project. So we were thinking about, we were kind of aspiring or daydreaming about the opportunity to maybe
we still are.
Yes, to present the piece in a live version with Julien performing in real live space with other visual and sound musical components. So yes, so please keep that in mind when you view the piece.
So please keep that in mind. And we, the cities of media arts and all the cities around the world, just keep it in mind, because we really looking forward to have this piece in its full experience, physical and all the multi-sensorial thing can happen, and you can see Julien perform, and music and the visuals. So we did not forget about it.
Yes, invite us and we'll come.
Yeah. So we will really have that in mind on our festivals and venues and what else that the piece can be presented. So I think you already highlight the main challenges of the collaborative process. So I will say bye-bye by now, because I will have to speak next about high wave. So bye-bye, George, bye-bye, Hannah, and wherever you are, Julien, à bientôt.